Hello everyone and welcome to Ask the Experts, a series of videos I'm going to be making where we ask specific content creators, coaches, casters, whoever else about a specific topic that they are experts in. Today, we're going to be asking North American Rocket League casters about the upcoming RLCS season as it pertains to North America and also just the entire scene itself. So without further ado, let's get into our first questions. So, who are you and how did you get into this video call?
I like the way you phrase that. That's a good one, Audible. I'm Thom. I go by F dot on the internet. I host and cast some Rocket League stuff. I've kind of made a name for myself, I guess, specifically in CRL, but I've hosted and casted stuff at the RLCS level as well. I guess it's been 2 years now.
I am Jason Supersonic Burns, and you called me. I hit a video button in Discord, and then that didn't work. And then we went to OBS, and that didn't work. And then my camera did some weird things, and that didn't work. And then we came back to Discord, and now it works. So it was a very long process, but now I'm here.
I am Subi Smash, and I got in this video call because I was told there was Alpha Boost, but from what I've seen, that's a big fat lie, and I'm still rocking just like Black Ion, so I don't know.
Boy, I ask myself that every single day. My name is Stacks. I'm a Rocket League play-by-play guy. I'm working on the RLCS. Going to be on the mainstream this season, which I'm very excited about. Also do some work with Collegiate Rocket League, and I'm also a public address announcer here in the state of Maine.
My name is Gibbs. I am a supposed Rocket League analyst. I played Rocket League since the beginning, since the alpha, since the beta, like all of that. Then I got lucky because Kronovi at the time was like, hey, I need teammates. And I'm like, I'll ride your coattails. That is fine with me. So for the first 9 months the game was out, we were on pretty much the best team in North America throughout that reign. Cosmic Aftershock, then I by Power Cosmic. And then after that, I retired because I was having a kid on the way and RLCS was coming. And obviously kids... I was not going to be able to play with the 18-year-olds or the 15-year-olds that are playing all day. So I called it quits, and then RLCS called me up and wanted me to go on the desk, and that's where I've been ever since.
I am Shawn Rogers. I'm a caster for the RLCS, and when friends ask me to help them with projects, I help them because I'm a good person, and I like you, so.
I don't know who I am, and I don't know why I'm here. Now, I'm LeafX, and I got into this video call because the beautiful Vaudible asked me to be here because for some reason he thinks people want to hear what I have to say.
I know everyone's probably wondering about this. Who is the best team in North America?
Best team currently, I think you still have to say NRG.
Personally, I think Energy.
Is this one of those take-home notes tests? Because that's NRG.
Best team in North America and probably the world until somebody is able to say otherwise is NRG.
I mean, we always have this discussion, who's the best? It's usually NRG at the end of the year, so I think you can hedge your bets against NRG. They're going to do well.
I'm going to go with Envy because they just won the most recent event. So Envy is going to be number one for me right now because they just won the We Play Invitational that I just got off of.
Who's picking anyone besides NRG as the best team in North America? I mean, their floor is like, this far away from their ceiling. Like, they don't drop at all. Their worst is still better than almost every single team. So I think if you're not picking NRG, then you're picking wrong.
So now that we know who probably the best team is out there, which team should people keep an eye on that is going to be making the most waves this upcoming season in North America?
I guess Shopify Rebellion is my one answer if you're looking for one single team.
If you don't have your eyes on Shopify Rebellion, you're definitely looking in the wrong direction, but there are a lot of other teams that you can definitely expect to pop off.
Shopify Rebellion is a team that you're going to have to keep an eye on.
I think X said it might be that time for them to leap forward and be in that top 8 conversation. Version 1 is probably another one of those teams that people know of more so. Had a bad season. They could come back into a top 8 conversation, I think. So look out for those two.
I'm a big fan of that Sonics roster. I think they're going to be pretty much a dark horse all year.
But in terms of a dark horse throughout the entire season, you got to put it on G2. They showed last season with Drees coming into the picture that it wasn't just a fluke. This kid is the real deal. And I think an absolute monster in terms of a sub coming in and replacing one of the best players of all time in Rizzo. And that team, I feel like, is going to go toe-to-toe with NRG all season long.
NRG is just this monster. I know T-Bates refers to Envy as like the machine, but I look at NRG. They added Squishy and immediately started getting results, and now you've got this absolute beast of a team that is staying together. The chemistry is only going to get better and better, and in big money moments, I wouldn't take anybody else on my team over Garrett, Justin, or Squishy.
So we mentioned a bunch of teams. Now we got to talk about the players. Who is the best player in NA?
For me, the best player in North America is Garrett G.
So I guess my answer is first killer, but over long term, over time, Garrett's usually the right answer.
Justin, every single day of the week. I know people will say Garrett G because, he's been around forever and he's been so good throughout that time. But when you get on the field, it is Justin all day, every day.
I mean, again, this take-home test. Easy answer, Justin.
I think that question specifically in Rocket League is always very loaded, but I'll say Turbo.
Garrett G. Fair enough. Yeah.
Garrett G has to be my definitive answer of best North American player, but I understand if some people put their eyes onto first killer.
Now that we don't have to worry about numbers or letters or anything else, it's just RLCS. What are you looking forward to the most about this upcoming season?
Just Rocket League, man. I mean, it has felt like it has been a year since we've gotten to watch any Rocket League with this off season.
The big picture of it all. Like a lot of times coming up to here, we get fed like esports, like event by event by event, and it's cool to like look at the last tournament. But I'm an old school North American sports fan. I like to look at the season and like see the story, and maybe that's old head to kind of like look at, but I mean I like that sort of storybook type approach, and being able to say, all right, so here's a year's worth of Rocket League, and we're going to see this whole progression and here's a whole big system. I think it's a big deal.
Most looking forward to just getting back into it, really. It's just going to be good to see the teams on the field again. It's been a long off season, but, with plans in place. And obviously, the most important thing is international competition, right? That's what we really want to see. So when we get to Sweden, it's just going to be cool to see where everyone is. And then the way the World Championship works with the regions getting spots, more spots, if they perform well at those international lands, it's going to mean even more. So that's going to be really fun to see how like NA and EU stack up, and if anyone else pops off. So obviously international lands is the big one. That's what everyone wants to see.
Lands, I think, are the obvious choice, right? I hope that those can occur. I hope, whether it be with or without fans, if they can create a bubble and they can get players on land from around the world competing again, I think that is the thing that all of us are looking forward to the most.
Lands. Lands for sure. Even before I got in Rocket League, the idea of having like 1 or 2 lands a year was mind-blowing to me. So the fact that we're getting more lands and we're finally getting back into that environment is huge.
Lands. Finally, hopefully, as long as nothing else goes wrong, I would love to finally get these lands back. Fingers crossed that we can have fans back for the ones that follow.
I would say the biggest thing I'm looking forward to has to be the esports shop. The esports shop gives a chance for orgs to put branding, sponsorships on those decals. They can make money directly. How well those cars do and how much money they make off of them is almost directly up to that org, along with their ability now to run a few of those day one broadcasts from their channel, kind of like what you saw with the grid, but with the grid gone, it's moving to those day ones for the orgs.
Well, that's all the time we have for the video today. I hope you all enjoyed it and all the answers that we got for those amazing questions from the casters who are featured in this video. If you want to check them out on social media, definitely do that in the description itself. All their socials will be linked there. Let them know. Let me know also in the comments what you thought about their responses to all the questions we had. We even had more that we recorded but weren't featured this time that will be showing up in other content in the future, either on Twitter or other social media. Also have the European casters coming out next week with that video. Same questions, same deal, different faces there in a different region that they're talking about specifically. So definitely like, comment, subscribe, ring bells, whatever whistles you need to do to follow the content. And also, enjoy the upcoming season. That's what this video is about, and the future ones too. It's going to be a great time for some more RLCS action.